Hello, and welcome to Art Minutes. I'm Patricia Tomlinson, curator at the Appleton Museum of Art. Today, I would like to introduce you to a very beautiful vase that was created in the Meiji Period in Japan. The Meiji Period was roughly from 1868 to 1912. This is a very unique time period in Japanese history because the class system was abolished during this time, and a big signifier of the samurai class were, of course, the samurai swords. So therefore, samurai swords were abolished, and no one was making them. All of the sword makers who were used to crafting beautiful, exquisite swords out of steel and other metals suddenly found themselves having to turn to making decorative items. They used the same care and exquisite craftsmanship that they had formerly used on the swords in order to make these decorative metal objects such as this beautiful vase. Let's take a closer look. When we look at the vase as a whole, we see it has a pleasing, almost teardrop shape, and then we see a lot of other decorative elements which appear to be vines. You see some sort of interlocking scroll pattern along the top of it. So let's take a closer look at these decorative elements. Just above the center of the vessel, we notice a sort of a globular shape. And I want to turn your attention to that at this time. When we zoom in on this, we see that it has sort of a lumpy, bumpy, almost wart-like texture. It appears to be split open, and what appear to be little seeds are very barely visible to the right-hand side. Immediately above the split globular shape are beautiful vines with flowers and almost grape-looking leaves. This is the vine of the Momordica carantia, which is also known as a bitter melon or a bitter gourd. The plant, as you can see, is a climbing vine, and it has very pretty little yellow flowers. And one of the most extraordinary things about this is, of course, the melon itself. It is roughly in a comma shape when not split opened. It is green, and it has that bumpy wart-like texture. After it ages on the vine, it will split open, and the seeds will become visible. And I will get to that portion in a minute. The bitter melon has been used in traditional medicine in order to treat diabetes and intestinal problems. Also, when the fruit splits open, the seeds become quite sweet, and birds like to feast on the seeds, as we can see in this detail of a small bird alighting on the vine in order to eat. One of the things that I think is very special about this vessel as well is that it is an ordinary subject matter. Bitter melon vines are not rare. They're found all over Asia and are still used in both a culinary and medicinal aspect to this day. And I think it speaks volumes that the artisans chose to highlight a simple scene and took the time to depict it in a very elegant and timeless way. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to sharing more Art Minutes with you soon. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.